telling anybody about that and screaming, yeah. Okay, go back.
I kind of toned that down a little bit. I'm kind of going like more mellow now. I like more so before I was jumping up and down, but now I'm more or less like, okay, drink my Kool-Aid, I'm good. Red Kool-Aid, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's your favorite.
Red Kool-Aid, yes, indeed. But it's just been, no matter how many times I'm there, it's just amazing. It's just so crazy, but it's so much fun. And you meet so many new people that you'll then make a connection with. And I don't just mean actors, talent, those that work behind the scenes of a show, but those that are in the journalistic field. You make connections with them, and then you take that with you. I think it's great. Anybody who can get the chance to do that, I say go for it.
Well, I want to know, what was it like the first time you hit the red carpet for you, to have gotten there and just being in awe of all of that?
I was sweating, and not just because of the fact that it was hot outside. I was sweating bullets because I really did not know who would come up and talk to me. I did not know who would I get the chance to speak to on the red carpet. And
wow.
Here I am getting the chance to talk to so many wonderful and talented people. And everybody knows I'm a huge Melody Thomas Scott fan. Imagine me talking to her for the first time. I almost shit a brick. And I did. I really did, because I could not believe I am talking to one of my personal favorites right now. I'm really standing here talking to Melody Thomas Scott right now on the red carpet. Is this for real?
It's like a surreal moment. Mm-hmm.
It really was. And, just so many people just walk by, had a chance to see them and talk to them. And then you get this one person, Randall Goddard. I don't have to tell you what that's like.
Oh, yeah. I would probably faint first.
I didn't faint.
Gosh.
Didn't faint, but I already knew what was going to come out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. I was prepared, but it's just the way it is. Whenever he's there, expect something perverted to just start spewing out. That's all it is, and then all your credibility is shot. Right. He's always a treat to talk to on the red carpet, because he's always fun. You never know what he's going to say. It's always a blast whenever you talk to him. But that was pretty much my first moment when I was on the red carpet. I just basically stood there going I had no idea who's going to come here. I honestly felt people were just going to walk by and just brown nose you, because you are new to the game. I felt that these people were just going to go to the regulars that they've known for so long. They wouldn't give the new blood a chance. But they did, once, like I said, you make those connections with certain people. And this especially was during the time when As the World Turns, the Guy Light was still on. And a lot of them pretty much were coming over, because I did make a connection with those two. Not to mention these two were my soaps that I fell in love with for the first time. So that was even more surreal. But, once that started happening, then everybody else started finding their way to you. So it was very nerve-wracking at first, but then once you settled in, really, what were you worried about?
Yeah, it's just the initial part of it.
Well, everyone remembers their first. So who was your first on the red carpet?
Van Hansis.
Oh, cool.
This was my no, I'm sorry. No, Jake Silverman was the first one. And, oh, I'm sorry. Van Hansis came right after him, because I remember saying that to Jake Silverman when he was on the red carpet, that he popped my red carpet cherry. And
I love it.
Wow, really? I'm your first? And I was like, yeah, I'm shocking.
That's great. That is great.
It broke the ice. But yeah, man, that was what happened. Crazy.
Well, in comparison to like interviewing, people on your show and standing there in front of them, how was that? I mean, was it harder to talk to them face to face? Because I know for me, I could talk to anyone on the radio all day long, but in face to face, that would be tough.
Oh no, absolutely not. I think it's easier face to face because then you get to see their reaction to you up close and personal. You don't get to see that when you're on the phone, or if you're basically doing one of these kind of interviews, you don't know what's on the other side of the pen. But when you're facing them and you're talking to them directly, you get a sense of how they're feeling towards you and what they think of you, especially when you're interviewing them on the red carpet. You get a chance to finally see if they're having a good time, if they enjoy talking to you, if they want to continue talking to you. So you get that feeling from them, and that's why I think it's so much more easier for me on the red carpet facing them directly, because then if I know they're having a good time, then I'm able to really be myself with them and then see how that goes too. So that's pretty much how I feel about it. I think it's easier. I love, don't get me wrong, I love the radio circuit. I do. But in person, it's definitely a lot of fun, a lot more easier.
Well, I'd have to get over my fright of speaking in public and learn not to turn red and pray that they liked my questions.
That pretty much will notice how nervous you are. They'll do their best to make sure you come down. They'll be like, it's okay, it's all right, just be you. Don't worry about it. There'll be people that'll definitely do that to you. So expect that as well.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Well, who have you interviewed that you couldn't believe you got the chance to interview besides Melody?
Gabriel Mann. Notice how easy that was? I'm telling you, it was simple. Gabriel Mann, yes.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I know you're a huge fan as well as I am.
I love my Revenge Man, and Gabriel Mann is definitely one of my favorites. And the fact that he did my show 5 times, I still can't believe. I still can't believe how he even got on the show the first time. And that was a story in itself. Well,
if you want to share, we're here.
Wow.
Well, what happened is that I was doing an interview with Ashton Holmes, and that was pre-taped. I aired it later that day, and I was airing it. And for those of you who don't know, Ashton Holmes was in the first season of Revenge as Tyler. And I was talking to him about the character, and as well as him working opposite of Gabriel and what was going on there between the two of those characters. But then I had mentioned something on Twitter about how he was on right now. Gabriel Mann sees it because he followed the Revenge hashtag. And he had retweeted the link. So while this was airing live, I'm sitting on the phone. I see this number pop in on the screen, on the switchboard. And I'm looking, and it's a 310 area code. And I'm like, okay, so who from California is calling in right now? And then I see a message from him. He tweets me back going like he's on the line.
Oh, boy.
And I'm sitting there going like, you've got to be kidding me now. And he's laughing, and he's like, no, I'm seriously sitting here listening to you two talk. And I was like, oh, my God. And now I was like, okay, so how do I break it to you that this is taped right now? This is a lot. He falls out even more, and then he's just like, yeah, I thought it was live. I was like, well, if you want, I can make it live, and you call in, and I'll talk to you.
And he took you up on it.
And he did. And he wound up calling back in about, as soon as that was over, in about 10 minutes. And then he was like, here I am, let's go. And then ever since then, here it is. I'm just like, oh, my God. What the hell, man? Then on out, I couldn't tell you how much fun it has been ever since he's been coming onto the podcast all those times. And even to this day, I'm just like, I can't believe I'm talking to Gabriel Mann again for a half an hour.
And you even got to meet him in person. What was that like?
I did get to meet him in person at Pele Fest last year. This time last year, I was in LA for Paley Fest, and I went to the Revenge event, and it got towards the end afterwards. Now, this is the point where you're going to get ready to go up to the stage and get an autograph with them. Sometimes they'll be able to get the sneak of the picture, but that's more difficult than the autograph at that point. So here you are. I'm in the middle of the aisle. Like, I'm in the middle section. So I wasn't too far away from the front. And here I am seeing these girls coming on the side of the aisle when they were wrapping up, getting ready to run towards the stage to get to them. I mean, seriously, they were like kneeled down, ready to sprint.
Oh, my God.
No, it was just like that. I mean, my God, I'm like, they're really, really, really wanting to get to the front, like now. So as soon as they wrapped up, they bolted right up towards the front to get those autographs and everything. And I just stood there going like, and I'm going to go over here and see Sandy Bookstore, which I did. So we met. He was executive producer of Revenge during the first season, one of the executive producers of the show during the first season, I should say. And I got to meet him, and he actually brought me towards the stage because the first thing he asked me was, have you met Gabe yet? I was like, oh, no, I haven't met him yet, but damn well, I'm going to. So he moves me up towards the front of the stage to get his attention. He yells out Gabe's name. He's just automatically, he looks up. As soon as he sees my face, he knew right away who I was. He was like, oh, my God, it's VELL.
Oh, my God, instead of you saying something, it's him doing it. That is too cool.
And you should have just seen everybody just turn around and look at me going like, what? And I'm like, he called me out. And what? And, so he comes down off the stage. He comes off the stage. He comes over to where I was standing in the front, gives me this huge hug. I feel someone behind me coming over to also give him a hug. You should have seen me. I pushed them out the way, not realizing who was behind me. I pushed them out the way and stepped on their foot just to get the hug from Gabe. And then I turned around and I knew who it was. And it was Gothic Redhead, Melanie Seeger. And I looked over and I was like, I pushed her.
You are too funny.
Red. And we just struck up a friendship there, and she just basically said, yeah, I remember you pushing me. And I was like, and if it were you, you'd push me too. She was like, yes, I would have. I was that fan. You realize I turned into one of those fans when that happened, because I seriously did some pushing.
Yeah.
And now I'm one of those fans now. I'm one of those fans. Kill me now.
Oh, my gosh. I can't imagine you being like that, but, yeah, I guess everybody has it in them.
Yeah, they do, and I found out I had it in me when I met the dude. So right now, it was unbelievable. It was probably one of the best moments, because I never thought I would ever meet, let alone see an entire cast of a primetime show that I love to watch. And the fact that I was able to see them as well, get the picture with Gabe, it was amazing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was just so thrilled. I was so thrilled. And the fact that they are really so genuine and nice and really friendly as everybody says they are, the chance to finally see that for myself in person just adds on to the fact of why I love this cast and the show so much.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. How much did you enlarge that photo to hang on your wall? Does it go from ceiling to floor, or?
I haven't gotten there yet. I've been thinking of it as my wallpaper, but it's not there yet. I'm waiting for my Revenge cameo, so then when I can get a picture with the whole cast, that's going to go straight on the wall.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm holding out. I'm telling you, Jesse Lasky, if you're listening, come on.
Yeah, right? Come on. We asked her. I know you tweeted it, and I followed back with, yeah, hello, let's go. So we want you on there.
I'm just saying, we're definitely more than willing to work for free.
Right. Yeah, let them play a waiter or something at one of the parties. My gosh, they have enough of them. You know, do something.
I would totally love to be